what do you think is going to be the outcome of it? I don't really can tell you exactly what. I suppose there are a couple of options. Honestly, looking at the situation, I would not be surprised if an acquittal is the outcome, and I would not be surprised either if a retrial is the outcome. I suppose those two things are very likely. So I guess time will tell. And again, that is just my view. I am no expert in these things, so you have to bear that in mind as well. But just my observation, I think one of two things are possible. Normally, the Privy Council, a judgment from the Privy Council normally take 3 to 6 months, thereabout. But one of the things that, you know, I guess me never did that think about is the fact that this is an expedited hearing. So the matter was brought forward because of Kartel's medical condition. So seeing that the trial was expedited, I suppose the judgment would also be expedited. It came as a surprise, I suppose, to many people, including myself, when I saw today that the judgment will be, and that is the word that was used. You understand? The judgment will be handed down on the 14th of March, which is next Thursday, at 11 a.m. Jamaican time. Specifics regarding the DJ's case were heard in the United Kingdom on February 14 and 15. The decision then comes just over a month after court proceedings concluded. According to the Privy Council's release, the prosecution relied heavily on evidence derived from these phones, which was taken from a copy of a CD-ROM provided by Digicel, a telecommunications provider in Jamaica, in response to a police request. It further stated that at the trial, Kartel et al. Challenged the admissibility of the telecommunications evidence. They argued that the police requested to Digicel and Digicel's provision of the data to the police were carried out in breach of the Interception of Communications Act. Further, the evidence had been obtained in breach of the fundamental right to the protection of privacy of communication guaranteed by the Charter of Fundamental Rights and Freedoms contained in the Jamaican Constitution, the High Court statement read. So the trial judge ruled that the telecommunications evidence was admissible. During the trial, the judge also became aware of an allegation that a juror had attempted to bribe others by offering 500,000 Jamaican dollars for a particular outcome. The trial was allowed to proceed as the judge did not discharge the jury or the particular juror said to have offered the bribes, and that is where the appeal sits. The outcome of the appeal sits, in my opinion, solely on the juror situation. Will the Privy Council justices side with Justice Lennox to continue the trial, or will they say the jury should have been thrown out and the trial start over? So the other grounds, okay, they were submitted, but in my opinion, the outcome of the appeal rests solely, in my layman's opinion, on the juror situation. So the phone situation, the telecommunications, I don't think anything will come of that. Again, just my opinion. It primarily will rest on the juror situation or the jury situation. And that is where the appeal will be won or lost. So we'll see. The trial was allowed to proceed as the judge did not discharge the jury or the particular juror said to have offered the bribes. According to the Privy Council, its ruling will be made against the background of several grounds of the challenge. Specifically, should the trial judge have excluded the telecommunications evidence relied on by the prosecution? You know, this was a ground in the appeal. How should the judge have handled the allegations that there were attempts to bribe members of the jury during the trial, and should the jury have been discharged? Was the judge wrong to invite the jury to reach a verdict late in the day, given the special circumstances of the case? I don't know that that will be important either. And things. So for me, and just my humble opinion, my views, I think the juror issue will make or break the appeal. So it will be won or lost there. So the telecommunications thing, I don't know how much leverage will be gained from that. And again, this is just my observation. I sat down and watched every minute of the oral submissions in front of the Privy Council and thing. I would have paid keen attention to the trial and mostly the appeal. I would have read aspects of the transcripts and all of them something here, and that just my view that. So next Thursday at 11 a.m. Jamaican time, I guess we will see what the outcome will be. One of the possible outcome of the appeal is for the Privy Council to send the matter back to our local court of appeal for them to make a determination as to whether a retrial or the conviction will continue as is.